And if you're on live, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's share, share, share. Swipe to the right to share and to follow. All right, bottom to the top for Android. Let's go ahead and get this party started here. Working through the technical difficulties. Good morning, good morning. You know what to do when you come in. Introduce yourself. When you come in, let us know what city you're coming from, your name, what city you're coming from, all right? Share, share, share. Let's double up the count, brothers and sisters. Friday, Freedom Friday. Let's share, share, share. Welcome, Meerkatters. Welcome. Got about 30 seconds before we get started. We might run into some technical difficulties. I had to move to the front of the room to see if I can get a better reception. All right. Thank you for sharing. Let's share, you guys. Let's go. Let's go. I need for everybody to participate. Today is Freedom Friday. The Money Game, Freedom Friday. You see one of Jim Rohn's books there, 7 Strategies for Wealth and Happiness. You can get that in my Amazon store. Hey, good morning, Aaron. You can get that in our Amazon store. Hey, welcome, Sharif. Welcome, MCM crew. Welcome, you guys. Welcome. That's the way to share. Share the wealth. Share the wealth. That's what it's about. It's another rule to win at the Money Game. You got to share the wealth. Not when you get it, because you already have it. All right? All right, welcome, Chuck. Put your name, what city you're from. Come on, you guys, introduce yourself. Put the name, what city you're from. Just jamming a little uptown funk. Gotta get that spirit up. Gotta get that motivation up. Hey, good morning, Brother Dawkins. Welcome. Let's share, everybody. Let's share. 30 seconds and counting. All right, thank you, Jay Hunt. Jay Hunt. All right, all right. All right, let's get started in about 20 seconds. Show out. All right, Lay Kitty, welcome. Put your name in there, let's share. We're talking about money, money, money every day, Monday through Friday. All right, let's turn Bruno Mars off. Bruno Mars getting his freedom. All right, so that's what we talk about on Fridays. On Mondays is Money Mindset Monday, when we deal with the main part of anything, and that's our mind. Anything that we want to do, brothers and sisters, first begins in the mind. Having the right mentality, having the right mindset. It's called mindset because the question is, what is your mind set on? All right. So that's what we do on Mondays. Tuesdays is Tactical Tuesdays, how-to steps. Wednesdays is Everything Money, question and answer Wednesdays. And then Thursdays, Tactical Thursdays, and Freedom Fridays. All right. So that's what that's our agenda for the week. And if you're about taking action, brothers and sisters, if you're about, empowering yourself, your family, but most importantly, our community economically, and you're willing to put your money where your mouth is, your time where your mouth is, and your energy where your mouth is, then I definitely want to connect with you and want to invite you to be a part of a growing small community. How do you do that? Go to DarrellMuhammad.net, DarrellMuhammad.net. Somebody put that in the live stream, DarrellMuhammad.net, and click on one of the blog posts and subscribe. It'll put you on a special VIP list where we're going to start having, in the next couple of days, we're going to start having some more live events, right? We're going to start having more live events where we delve down deeper into some of the things we talk about here on this live stream. So that's what you need to do. If you're not ready to take action, if you're not ready to make 100% commitment, that's okay. Don't subscribe. Continue to watch. Follow us on Facebook, Darrell Muhammad. On Facebook, Darrell Muhammad. On Periscope, Darrell Muhammad. On Twitter, Darrell Muhammad. On YouTube, Darrell Muhammad. On Blab, that's blab.im, Darrell Muhammad. Darrell Muhammad on Pinterest, you name it. Just Google me, Darrell Muhammad, and you'll see, as they say, this is not my first rodeo, and this is not something we started, with the advent of Periscope and Facebook Live and all that stuff. We've been doing this prior to social media. All right. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, today is Freedom Friday. Freedom Friday. Snapchat. Thank you very much. Snapchat too. All right. So Freedom Friday, brothers and sisters, we talk about freedom. We have gotten away from making freedom our focus, right? We've gotten away from making freedom the destination, right? And there's stops on the way, right? There's stops on the way to our destination called freedom. From San Francisco, where I was born and raised, to Houston, we used to drive every summer. We didn't go nonstop. We had to make stops, right? It was required to get gas. But besides that, we made stops to use the restroom, to eat, to sleep. So you will have stops, but at every stop, we had the destination in mind of Houston. We had the destination in mind of Louisiana. We have to keep the destination in mind of freedom, brothers and sisters, not money, freedom, right? We've been sidetracked. And as Malcolm said, we've been bamboozled and tricked and hoodwinked. But those days should be over now. The only reason why we stay hoodwinked, we stay tricked, brothers and sisters, we stay bamboozled is because we want to stay bamboozled. Because it's easier to stay bamboozled, right? Because everybody else seems to be drinking that same punch, that same Kool-Aid, right? And it's dangerous when you get the masses of the people drinking the same Kool-Aid, right? I come from San Francisco. When I was coming up, it was during a time before a lot of you guys know about Jim Jones, right? But he took a whole bunch of black people and poor people to Guyana, Africa, I think it was, right? And he gave them poison to drink. He gave them Kool-Aid to drink, right? They didn't like this world anymore, so they was going to a better place, and he gave them Kool-Aid. So I'm very sensitive about drinking when masses of the people drink the Kool-Aid blindly, right? We're drinking this Kool-Aid blindly, brothers and sisters. We're not doing any research. We're not doing any investigation. We're not doing any what they call discovery, self-discovery. And discovery on our own. We just taking what people tell us and believing it. So we have two extremes, right? We have the extreme where some of us is so cynical, we don't believe nothing that people tell us, right? And then we have those of us who believe everything a person tells us and use little to no intelligence, right? Little to no intelligence to qualify what they're saying to see if they warrant our trust, if they deserve our trust. Brother and sister, let's go ahead and hit this share. All right? Right? Go ahead and hit this share. Get your friends here. That's not for me. That's for you. That's for you so you can see where your friends are, where their mindset are, where they're thinking about. What do they make time to do? This is Freedom Friday. We want to understand the idea and concept around freedom because we've gotten so far from it. Right? You can get so far off track where you look in your rearview mirror or you turn around and you don't know where you are. Right? You don't see anything that's supposed to be familiar to your journey, to our journey. Black folks have gotten off of the concept, the idea, the purpose, the drive of freedom. And when we do that, then we'll understand, what does freedom mean for me? Right? What does freedom mean to me? See, you have to answer that question, right? Don't let somebody else tell you freedom is $30,000 a month. Freedom is a Rolls Royce. Freedom is a Phantom. Freedom is a Bugatti. Freedom is smoking, cigars and, somewhere chilling, right? You have to define, brothers and sisters. God gave you a mind so you can use it, so you can determine, you can shape, you can design your life, right? And then you pull out of the universe that he has created to get what you want, to be able to paint the picture that you want. See, we're painters, right? God put paint, he put paint there, different color. He put the paintbrush there. He put the canvas there. He puts the easel there for you to hang your canvas on. But he's not going to do the painting for you. You're going to have to sit down. Right? You have to sit down. I have to sit down in the quiet of our minds and say, what do I want to paint? What do I want it to look like? What do I want to show the world as my end product, right? I'm 51 years old. Some of us are 40 and 30. What are we showing the world, right? What is the picture that we've painted thus far, right? So we're talking about freedom. And if we can understand the idea and concept of freedom, brothers and sisters, then you ask the question, okay, now how much money do I need to be free? To live the kind of freedom that I want. See, some people say, well, we free already. Well, free is one of these things, God creates things in levels. He creates things in abundance, right? He creates things in depth. Yeah, we're free. We're free to a certain extent. We're free based on what? Related to what? Related to, to a tiger in the cage at the zoo? Yes. But related to someone who have the time, the energy, the money, and the resources to do what they want to do, when they want to do it, where they want to do it, and who they want to do it with, then no. Most of us are not free. 75% statistics say 75% of Americans live from paycheck to paycheck, meaning if they miss 2 months of income, they're through. They're shot. That's not freedom, brothers and sisters, right? That's not freedom, right? Having more month than money is not freedom. Having more debt than net worth is not freedom, right? It's not freedom. Right? It's like a dog. If a dog is in my backyard right here and has a bowl full of food and he eats it all today, right? And doesn't have any for tomorrow, we might look at the bowl, a big bowl of dog food and say, man, he got a lot. Wow. He can eat for days, but he consumes it all in a very short period of time and has none for tomorrow, right? So, brothers and sisters, we're talking about financial freedom. Hashtag black dollars, hashtag black wealth, hashtag black economy. Hashtag black economy. Right? We just want to show it, just want to pull the lid off of all of our thinking, all of our understanding of money. What are the rules that those who win more than anybody else play? What are the rules that they're playing by? Right? That the others are not playing by, who don't win as often or don't win hardly at all. Right? So what are the rules that they're playing? That's what we're doing. We're digging down and uncovering. We're digging down and discovering. We're digging down and identifying these rules that they follow, these rules that they play by. Not sometimes, not when they feel like it, every day, all day, forever. Right? Every day, all day, forever. Okay? So that's what we're talking about, brothers. So we got to understand and see people get together. Highly intelligent, not just intelligent people, but what kind? Highly intelligent people. They're always getting together with like minds and discussing. They're always getting together and having like-minded people and having conversations around things, concepts, ideas, philosophies, that are important to them, right? That are important to them. That's why meetup.com is so powerful. That's why social media is so powerful, because it's a tool to meet up and connect with people and have a conversation, right? If you're not having a conversation on social media, then you're missing social media. You might as well just get a bigger flat screen TV for your house. All right. So make sure you interact, right, with each other, and primarily with the person that's delivering the message. That's who you should be asking questions to, the person that delivering the message. So in about 5 minutes, we're going to open up for questions, brothers and sisters. But today is Freedom Friday. Have your mind set on freedom. What does freedom look like to you? What does financial freedom look like to you? If you had that canvas that I mentioned and you were painting your picture of your life, that's why vision boards have gotten so popular, right? Because now you can visualize. See, when you get into this space of personal development and get in this space of real power, real economic empowerment, then it opens up the whole universe. Okay, I'm betting. Okay. All right. So you got to open up the whole universe. And then you will realize, brothers and sisters, that your mind thinks in pictures. Your mind thinks in pictures. All right. Your mind thinks in pictures. Save those questions for the end. All right. Your mind thinks in pictures, brothers and sisters. So how much money do you need? What does financial freedom look like to you? Paint that picture in your mind. Close your eyes. Paint that picture. Write it down. You should be clear and definitive. If on nothing else, you and I should be clear and definitive about our lives. Because we are the painters in our lives. Right? We are the painters in our lives. So what does it mean? What does it look like? Your financial freedom looks like what? Then the next question is, how much money do you need for your financial freedom? How much money do you need for your financial freedom? Another question is, right? Who are you going to help with your financial freedom? See, these are the questions that we have to ask. I'm not going to help anybody. I'm just going to help myself and my family. Well, that's good. That's good. That's the minimum you should do, is help yourself and help your family. Right? That's the minimum. And those that win at the money game, those that play by winning rules of the money game, they never shoot for the minimum. They never shoot for the minimum. They don't make their minimum their maximum. Right? So if we're living in this minimalistic reality, then it's going to be very hard. We're not going to win at the money game. Because there's no reason to win at the money game if we're focusing on minimal. Making the minimum our maximum. Right? Making the minimum our maximum. So who are you going to help? Who are you going to help with your money? You should know that now. So the only thing that's missing is the money. Financial Freedom Friday. What is it called? Financial Freedom Friday, brothers and sisters. Financial Freedom Friday. All right. We need to block somebody. Okay. You can see if you can block them. All right. See if you can block them. Right. Do a citizen arrest. Right. We got to get back to, our community got to get into that. Folks shouldn't come into the black community and just do what they want to do. We got to get into citizens arrest. Right. Call the police. If we're black men, strong black men in our community, we police our own community. That's for another live stream. That's freedom. Freedom to take into control and power what it is that you need to do. Right? What it is, I don't know who Aaron was talking about, but what it is that you need to do. See, that's what real people do. That's what freedom of mind and thinking do. That's what people who are free and understand freedom know their natural rights, not just their civic right, their human rights, their natural right. It's natural for you and I to protect our environment. We're talking about financial freedom. So what are you going to do with the money? Who are you going to help? How long do you want your money to last? Right? How long do you want it to last after you die? Right? What do you want to do with it? How long do you want it to last? Well, I'm going to give, like my mother said, I just want to distribute it, and what y'all do with it don't matter. Well, see, that's why we don't have money for too long. Right? We're not concerned in depth. We're not concerned in 3 generations deep. We're concerned with ourselves and 1 generation at most, in most cases, right? But you got the Rockefellers and the DuPonts and the Kennedys and now the Clintons, right? They're looking forever. They're looking for the next 10 generations, right? So that's what we understand, brothers and sisters. So those are the questions we need to ask ourselves. What is it that we want to be free? Why do you want to be free? How do you become free? What is in the universe that God has given us that I can use to be free? That he has put here in reality, in existence, that's designed, its purpose is to be free, right? Now, here's the thing we have to understand about any kind of freedom. It takes 100% commitment all the time, every day, for the rest of our lives. That's what it takes to be free in any area. Any area. We can't be free of diseases, right? Exercising sometimes, eating good food sometimes, right? Thinking good thoughts sometimes. We'll never be free of physical sickness, and we'll never be free of mental sickness. We have to understand there's a process that we have to go through. It's a cleansing process that we have to go to. All right? It's a cleansing process we have to go through. And then you have to replace the old with the new, right? That has the life of energy to give you what you need to move forward and press through all the resistance that's waiting out there for you, right? Everything has a natural enemy in the universe, everything. So unless we understand that, trying to pursue freedom, then we won't be surprised, when our enemy shows up, because every creature has a natural enemy in creation. So 100% commitment all the time. What are you committed to? Are you committed to reading? What books are you reading right now, brothers and sisters? Go ahead and put that in the live stream. What books are you reading right now? Not just read. What books are you reading? I'm waiting for 2 books to come in the mail today, and I check Amazon tracking every day, just like a little baby waiting for Santa Claus to get here, right? I'm waiting. What book are you reading? Not bought. What book are you reading right now? Right? Because there's an old saying, if you want to hide something from black people, right? Do what? Put it in the book. And you know what? Unfortunately, brothers and sisters, my experience is in 2016, that is still true. Even those of us who have education, right? Even those of us who have an education. I heard some statistics. I've been hearing it over the past several years, 10 years or more, or more. It says that the average college graduate, now listen to this, because a lot of us college graduates, and we take everybody should go to college and all this other kind of stuff. But the average college graduate, black, white, and everybody, the average college graduate would read 1 book a year. 1 book a year. A college graduate. Right? But it's those same college graduates that browbeating our young people, tell them to go to college, go get another degree, go get 3 degrees. 3 don't work, go get 4. 4 don't work, go get 5. And they're reading 1 book a year on average. And if you understand average, that doesn't mean everybody's reading 1 book. Right? So we have to understand these things. And that's what's going to allow us to play by the winning rules. So we can look at it and say, damn, I fit in that category. Damn, I fit in that statistics. Damn, well, no wonder why. I want to be an exceptional, but I'm in the average. I'm in the mediocre. Right? That's not freedom. Freedom is given to those who are determined. Freedom is given to those who are willing to give their life. Let me say it again. Give their life, physical life, energy life, spiritual. They put it all on the line. We are struggling for freedom now because we've gotten away from putting it all on the line. We don't want to die no more. We don't want to march no more. We don't want to pool our resources. We don't want to go through my toilet paper. We don't want to go through, much less physical danger than our forefathers, right? To advance our quest for freedom. We don't want to do that. So that's why we're losing traction. That's why we still believe in who the next president is going to be. Brothers and sisters, having Obama for 8 years, that should right there tell us right there, that ain't no president going to help us. We the president that's going to help us. We're the ones that's going to help us. Us and God. That's all you need. Right? We go to church and say, if God be for me, who can be against me? Then we leave and go vote. Then we leave and put all our stakes in another degree. Right? It's too inconsistent. I'll leave with this. Holton Buggs, one of my mentors, said, commitment to continuity, right? Commitment to continuity creates emotional stability. Let me say it again. Consistent commitment to continuity produces emotional stability. Many times, brothers and sisters, we are not emotionally sound. We make irrational decisions. It's not consistent with a philosophy. We use one philosophy for this and then a different philosophy for that, right? It's either a good philosophy that we can use straight across the board or it's not. But because it's so inconsistent, because we're not clear or we're not committed to a philosophy, committed to a higher goal and purpose than ourselves and our family, right? Then we're emotionally imbalanced. 1 minute we're making decisions that make sense. Next minute we're making decisions that we can't even explain. If somebody challenged us, it's based on opinion. It's based on how we feel. It's based on what we heard. You know what I'm saying? It's all this surface stuff. In order for us to be free of any kind, experience freedom of any kind, financial freedom in particular, we have to delve down into the depths of things. And we have to have a clear understanding, because in clarity, there's power. And then we can start moving full speed ahead in the right direction. Today is Freedom Friday, brothers and sisters. All right. Today is Freedom Friday. And we're happy that you're here. We want to focus on freedom all through the weekend. And then it bleeds over into Monday, bleeds over into Tuesday, bleeds over into Wednesday. It becomes 100% commitment. Somebody, those of us who are committed, have to be willing to give our all, including our life. See, once you realize, come to that commitment in your head, brothers and sisters, then it's not hard to give money. It's not hard to sacrifice your time. It's not hard to sacrifice your energy. It's not hard to sacrifice your spirit. It's not hard, because you're telling yourself over and over and over again, I have to be willing to pay the price of my forefathers. If I'm not willing to pay the price of my forefathers, then I'm not worthy of the freedom that they paid the price, the ultimate price for me to have. Right? That's sad. And that's why I believe, brothers, so we catching so much hell. We take from something, but don't attend to do our part to run the race so we can make some advancements to pass it on to our children. We just take the baton, stand where we are, hang out, floss, get some clothes, make it look like we doing something. We have our children, their birth right there next to us, right? They ready to run. We don't tell them about the relay race that we're running, right? Then they go out there and they wander on their own, make mistakes as you do when you wander on your own with little to no guidance. And then we want to condemn them for having their pants hanging down. We want to condemn them for being tatted up. Right? But as my mom told me, the children didn't ask to be brought here. We brought them here. Right? We brought them here. Freedom, brothers and sisters. Freedom Friday. Now put your questions in there. Put your questions in there. Put your questions in there. Now, questions about stock market, don't believe in it. It's fixed. It's rigged. Don't believe in it. Real estate, go to DarrellMuhammad.net. Click on my real estate course there, The Secrets to Wholesaling. Get you some free information. And Jackson, you need to reach out to me so I can give you the link so you can buy the course. All right? Buy the course. But that's real estate. Real estate is the #1 wealth builder in the history of the world. Real estate investing is the #1 financial freedom tool in the history of the world. All right. Go to DarrellMuhammad.net, hit more, hit book list, buy you 2-3 books, brother. Buy you books like people buy purses, like people buy shoes, like people buy cologne, like people buy ties. Man, that's another tie you got there. Man, that's cold blooded, man. Yeah, man, I buy a tie at least every pay period. Man, I buy a tie at least every month. Right? Buy a tie at least every, got to stay up on my suit game. Right? We spend more money on ourselves than in ourselves. So question, brothers and sisters. If not, we're going to let you go. So any questions? Look like we might have to do something about our reception here. Did you get your freedom paper yet? Oh, yes, sir. Got a case. You want to see? You can see it in the background. See the case back here? I got 2 of these. Financial. All right, brothers and sisters. Freedom Paper Company. FreedomPaperCompany.com. Black owned and operated paper company. All right. So you all go out there and buy. See, I'm going to show you what Uptown Funk say. We're going to show you. I'm going to show you. And I'm looking for some other people that, go out there and get it. Go out there and get it, brothers and sisters. FreedomPaperCompany.com, right? AbleNetwork.com, EconomicBlueprint.org. All right? Freedom toilet paper. There you go. Look. Black owned operator. A case. I'm going to split it with 2 other people. Right? What is the link? The link is FreedomPaperCompany.com. That's the link. All right? Brothers and sisters, if you're not putting your money where your mouth is, if where your money goes is not consistent with what you're talking about, commitment to continuity produces emotional stability. Black. But you don't spend black. Don't understand the dynamics. Don't understand that we're at a disadvantage. Don't understand that we don't have opportunities like others. Right? Do you have an affiliate link with Freedom Paper? Go to Freedom Paper and see. I'm not sure. Right? The slightest little thing happened. That's why I'm not going. See, what did George Washington have to do to pave the way so America can look like America? You think George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and all the rest of them that I don't even know, you think it was easy? You just think, we got this white supremacy so deep in our brains. We just think God just let obstacles just lay down for white people and it just stack up for us. Really? You didn't think they have to go through anything, right? They have a program. I want you to get some credit for it. Oh, brother, I'm getting credit from God. I appreciate it, Aaron. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm trying to put so much out there that I can't get enough credit from man. God, I have to give me the credit that man can't give me, right? That's the spirit of abundance, right? Now, I got things in place. You want me to get credit? Go to DarrellMuhammad.net and buy you 2, 3, 4, 5 books a month. Then I'll get credit. You want to make sure I get credit? Bring me to your town and city so I can speak to your people, to our people. I'm sorry, right? To your group, but our people, about this money mindset that we need to have, right? This freedom mindset we need to have. All right. So reach out to me. DarrellMuhammad.net. Hit contact me. I'll show you and tell you how I can come to your city, speak, and it doesn't cost you anything. Good everything has commission. Grant Cardone. Good everything has commission. Yeah. And Grant Cardone will tell you commission is not always paid in money. Hello, somebody. He'll tell you that commissions, compensation is not always money. See, that's freedom. See, freedom expands. Lack of freedom restricts. So when compensation is only money, then see, we're constricting ourselves. We're really telling God, you can only bless me with money. But God might send you somebody that can plant a seed in your mind. He'll send you somebody that'll water the seed. He'll send you somebody that'll help you just one time, but you want them to help you 5 times and 10 times. See, I told you see them black folks, they just freedom. Free our minds of this limited belief and this limited concept, right? Our term. See, freedom is really, as Jesus said, right? Jesus told us, hey, living sheep, Jesus told us 3 things, right? Jesus told us 3 things if we want to follow him. 3 things. What? Number 1, the first thing you got to do is deny yourself. Number 2, you got to pick up your cross. And then number 3, you got to see number 1. See, we see that number 1, deny yourself. That means you got to let yourself go. Right? Once you trust in the master, you got to let yourself go. You don't trust in them, then doubt him. You can't trust and doubt at the same time. Hello, somebody. See, this is freedom. Freedom of all the things that are holding us captive, right? And when we have physical freedom, but we're still not able to express, then that means we're still slave mentality. We still have a limited belief. We give racism more power than we give our God. We give sexism more power than we give our God. We give, a 500 credit score more power than we give our God to help us. Shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame. So freedom. Freedom. Any other questions? We got about 5 more minutes. Any other questions? Meerkat, thanks for being here. Meerkat, I guess that's just a viewer's channel. They don't ask much questions. All right, any other questions? Share, 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 brothers and sisters. Share, share, share. Most people do not. Most people do not. I say most. I'm sure there's 7 billion people out here. There's 300, 400 million people in America, right? I can't say there's no one out here. But here in our black community, there's not enough black people talking about freedom and putting finances and economics together. The enemy always wants you to keep it. No, I'm not. All right. Keep those things separated. Keep those things separated. Right. He always separates the athletes, the $1 million athletes, the $1 million entertainment from the freedom march. That's why Beyonce got so much heat. See, we have to understand the dynamics in which we're trying to function in. Right. The fireman learns about fire before he runs up in a burning building. See, so often we as black people, we run up into something and have no real clear understanding what we running up in. That's black language, right? What we running up in. It just sound like a good idea and we break out, go running. Those are losing rules to win at the money game. Right? That's why they gave Beyonce so much hell, because they know, like Dr. Khaled said, right? They know he talking about they. Who are they? They know. The ones that prop up our artists, prop up our entertainers, write them checks. That's the they. That's the they. Right? They don't want the revolution, the freedom fight of black people to be connected to the dollars. Right? And brothers and sisters, if we just free our minds, then we can understand. I learned in sales and negotiation, the best way to negotiate, the best way to sell, the best way to win a debate, not an argument, a debate, is to put yourself in the other person's shoes. If I was in their shoes, in the shoes that they are in, I'd do the same thing. See, if I was the powers to be, brothers and sisters, I'll be doing the same thing. So I don't not understand their position. I understand their position. It's clear to me, right? I'm not going to make you famous and make it to where you can be a multi-millionaire just so you can take what you thought you created. You got the talent, but you didn't create the revenue, right? A lot of folks with talent broke because they don't understand how to create the revenue from their talent. So I'm going to prop you up and give you an opportunity to make a lot of money and continue to make a lot of money, get you all these endorsements, right? Connect you with my people that put you out. So now you can charge $1,000 for a ticket for your show. I'm going to do all that for you, right? And then you're going to take that and use it against me. And when I represent and when I'm about, and I'm supposed to be okay with it, I'm not supposed to push back. I'm not supposed to slap you on your hand and tell you, no, sweetie, we don't do that. That you can't do that. I'm not going to give you the bullets to give to somebody else to shoot me with. But because we don't understand, right, sales and marketing and networking and negotiation and debating and just the basic stuff, then we'll scratch. I don't understand why they're giving us so much trouble. I don't understand why they overreacting. No, they're not overreacting. You just don't understand the dynamics that are in play. See, and if you don't understand that, then you don't understand the tug of war that's taking place right there in front of our eyes. Right? You're just watching people pulling back and forth, not knowing they pulling either for you or against you, but we're not even involved in the tug of war pull. That's what the live stream's about, brothers and sisters. That's what the money game live stream's about. That's what I'm about. If you're about it, go to DarrellMuhammad.net. Click on one of the blog posts. You subscribe. Right? You be the example. And then your friends will come with you if they are your friends. Right? And those who are your friends will come with you. Right? That's what you have to do. Where are your people? Where are the folks that you influence? It's all about influence. You're building wealth for who? For what? Remember that question is, who are you going to help with that financial freedom? Who are you going to help? Nobody? Then when nobody comes to help you, then understand where that originated from. All right. Any questions real quick? Because the system telling me it's full, but I just bought more cloud space. So I don't know what's going on. I'll try to figure it out over the weekend. See, I'm a marketer. I'm not a tech person. So I can just market it. But this tech piece, I don't know. I'm going to have to go to Apple or something. But anyway, brother says, any questions? Hey, from Oklahoma, appreciate you. Brother says, you want to watch this replay, share during the replay, give hearts during the replay. This is school, brother and sister. See, this is informal education, right? This is going to be the only way that you're going to get what you need to combat what's out there and what's coming economically. Is you stepping out from the masses of the crowd and being committed to freedom. 24 hours a day, 100%, all in, all the time for the rest of your life. Anything short of that, there's an old gospel song you say 99 and a half just won't do. So no questions? Give you 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. No questions, brothers and sisters. Well, thank you for being here. We'll see you on Monday, God willing. Money Mindset Monday, right? You're welcome, Steve. All right. Thank you, brother. I'll be speaking to some young people tomorrow. I'm after the young folks because youth is where it's at. So if you have a group that you want me to share this message with, then reach out to me, right? Reach out to me. Everybody has a group. Let's have a conference call. It can be 2 people, 5 people. Aaron, get some people. Let's do a conference call, right? See, when you're free, you expose information to your group, your crew, your people. So you trying to tell me, brothers and sisters, if you had a party at your house, would nobody show up? Oh, yeah. All right, well, you're talking about those are the same people. See, that's networking. You're trying to tell me if you got married, would nobody respond to your invitation? Yeah. So that's networking. That's what. So what? I don't understand. So where your people at? Right? Where your people at? That's what it's going to take, brothers and sisters. So if you need for me to come, all right, MCM. Now the members of MCM know people. That's not an MCM that they can bring 2 or 3, and then those people who are not in MCM know some folks, right? So see, that's networking. It trickles down. Sorry. Yep, MCM call. We can do it. Sorry, Russia. We don't do too good with Russians. All right. So that's it, brothers and sisters. So, all right. So you want me to come to your city or town? I'll come. You want to do Skype? We can do it. Conference call. We can do it. Webinars. We can do that. Just take the initial step. One of the key rules to winning the money game is you got to constantly take the right, RIGHT, the right kind of actions constantly, every day. All right. Well, set up something. Let's set up something on Blab, Aaron. Another rule to the money game. You don't wait for someone else to do what you can do yourself. You do have to wait for help from those that can do what you can't do. But you do all you can do right now. You don't wait to do all you can do. And when you do that, then God sees that you're walking in faith, and then people will come to help you. That's how that works. Those are winning rules to live by, right? Strategies of wealth and happiness. These are rules to live by. And if they're universal rules, you can apply them to everything in life. So brothers and sisters, hopefully we'll see you Monday for Money Mindset Monday. And if you're on the list, be looking out for an email from me, because I might just jump up, just have something impromptu to see who is who and what is what, and who will drop what they're doing, right, to show up. That's what they call a test. right? In the universe, circumstances, people, relationships will constantly test you just to see if your actions match your words. All right, brothers and sisters. So thank you very much for being here. Watch the replay, share, go to Darrell Muhammad and subscribe if you're ready to take action and make 100% commitment for the rest of your life to this thing called freedom. How do you invest in multifamily? That's a question from Fred over there at Meerkat. Thank you for your question. Do you invest in multifamily? How do you invest in multifamily? Okay. Oh, do I invest in multifamily? Yes. Why? You got some properties? Right? You got some properties? Reach out to me. Darrell at DarrellMuhammad.net. Anybody have any, questions, comments, or something off record? Right? You don't want to put it on the blog and that kind of stuff. Then email me. Darrell at DarrellMuhammad.net. Somebody put that down there so they can see the correct spelling. Darrell at DarrellMuhammad.net. Darrell at DarrellMuhammad.net. Darrell at DarrellMuhammad.net. All right, and shoot me something. I'm not a guru, very accessible. I want to connect with you all because we can work together so we can have evidence and proof that we're not just talk. Get your toilet paper, order your toilet paper. Thank you, Aaron. And when you get it, you put it on Facebook and you let the world know, right? You're circulating the black dollar in the black community. You're not part of the problem. You're part of the solution. All right. I'm going to reorder some seasoning salt from the sister that I have money I want to invest in myself, but to make matters simple, how do I analyze a deal? Analyze a real estate deal, a multifamily real estate deal. Fred, reach out to me. That's a seminar in and of itself. Those are the kind of seminars we're going to have for those that subscribe to on my website. So Fred, make sure you go to DarrellMuhammad.net, hit one of those blog posts, subscribe, because that's what I'm talking about. We're going to go delve deep down in a lot of these things that we're just surfacing over for the sake of time. All right, for the sake of time. So good question, but that's not a 30-second answer. But the beautiful thing about multifamily investing, brothers and sisters, is based on the numbers that the property produces, not appraisals, but it's based on the numbers that the property produces. So you need to learn the numbers to multifamily investing. You need to understand the numbers. What do they mean? What does cash on cash return mean, right? What does GSI mean, right? What does debt to income ratio? What does that mean? What is that for? Why is that important, right? You need to learn about, what's a good return, right? You need to know about the cap rate of the area, and you need to know the property cap rate, right? So those are the things you need to know, all right? Real quick to answer your question, Fred. All right? All right? So we're going to start purchasing from black folks. We're going to start investing in ourselves because that's what intelligent, economically intelligent, right, people do, right? Go to Chinatown in your area. See how many black shops they got there. Go to Chinatown in your area. See how many non-Asian shops they have there. Right? All right. Get your toilet paper. Let the world know. Right? Put it on Facebook. Put it on Instagram. Right? Just like you put it on there when you putting yourself on there and you so pretty, you so cute, you so handsome. Right? All that's good. But this is where it's at. Money talks and BS walks, right? See at the top, brothers and sisters, not from the top, because you, your family, but most importantly, our community deserves your very best. What is your very best? To be a freedom fighter for you, your family, but most importantly, for those that don't have the wherewithal to fight for freedom for themselves. All right, God bless. We'll see you Monday, and we'll see some of you guys this weekend. Take care. Meerkats. All right, Fred, thanks for following. Make sure you go to DarrellMuhammad.net so you can get on that list. So when we start delving down deep into just what I touched on very quickly, you can get a better understanding, right? But the bottom line, Fred, you got to invest in education. You have to invest in education. That's what you have to do. You have to invest in education. You have to invest in yourself, right? You have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in education. Those who are going to give you the right answer, they've done it. You have to do it. Your email again is Darrell, Darrell, at DarrellMuhammad.net. DarrellMuhammad.net. Right? That's how you do it. But I'm going to tell you now, you got to invest in yourself. I'm going to tell you to invest in yourself, you know, because unless you're going to pay me for my time to give you advice, and we can work that out too, Fred. We can work that out too. Right? Then you have to constantly just make a commitment to investing in yourself. Financially, right? Energetically, spiritually. That's what you have to do. All right, gotta go. Got things to do. Talk is cheap. And we'll see you